about dang time.
Oh,
my gosh, takes forever.
the rain is giving us so many power issues. That's got to be what it is.
It's got to be that Oklahoma rain. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's fall in Oklahoma. We're almost figured out our schedules.
I guess we did have the first day of fall is that the 22nd? September 22nd?
I'm considering it today.
Yeah.
Because it's the first time it's been like less than 70. So we had some issues with power and getting set up, but
we got it figured out.
And you know what? I might go back and listen to these tracks and find that they are in shambles.
If you keep your toaster oven plugged into the same power outlet as...
Hello?
Hey, what's up, dude?
You are right now on an episode of Rotator.
Is that who I think it is?
It's the Jared.
Oh, my gosh.
Say hi.
Well, hey. Hit me up later. Are you doing anything this afternoon?
Just at home.
Okay, well, I was going to try to see if we could finish up.
Yeah.
If you had time today, I could
Tracks.
swing by today.
Yep.
So, call me when you're done with that. I've got a lunch at 12, and then I can swing by. Sorry for interrupting.
You all good, man?
Never. Hey, bring your bass so you can lay down some tracks.
Yeah. Featured guest. So cool.
Cool. Well, I'll holler at you. I've got a lunch at like noon, so
Okay.
might be this afternoon. But I'll try to come pretty early.
All right. Sounds good, man.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
What a pleasant surprise.
That's not how I envisioned his first appearance going, but
you know what? A lot of times in life, you don't realize that you had expectations until they haven't been met.
God. First Thessalonians. All right, we got some new stuff.
Yes, we did. First of all, welcome to Rotator, the pedal party. I'm Chance, and this is
I'm Kogan.
Kogan.
Yeah, turn the lights
Mood.
off. Set the mood. We got a candle going.
We do, and it smells wonderful.
Smells fantastic.
It's elderberry, citrus, lavender fields is what it reminds me of.
It is. It's labeled as tobacco.
Oh,
And I think they got it wrong.
I'm getting notes of wood
Wood.
and evenings of fire pit.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke.
Unfinished glasses of brandy
Mm-hmm.
by fire.
I'm into that. Did you
Yeah.
get that at TJ Maxx?
Ross.
Oh, dude,
Same difference.
love it.
Yep.
That's the only place to buy candles.
Yeah.
Why are candles so expensive?
It's wax and a piece of rope.
Yeah.
And a jar.
No sense.
It makes no sense. Oh, wait. Candles do make sense.
Hey-oh.
Get it? Okay, I'm done with this. We got 2 pedals.
Oh,
Go for it.
can we edit that in?
Boom. We got a couple pedals from our new friend, Charlie Paolo.
Paolo.
Custom Effects. I think that's how it's said. Hey, Chuck.
I hope that's how you pronounce it. Yeah. Who, man? Oh, I didn't even see all the design on this. That's sick.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we have 2 fuzzy
Was-he?
distortion fuzz distortions, I think.
One is definitely more on the fuzz.
Yeah.
And one is definitely more on the distortion.
Yeah. So we have an Obsidian, which is just a 1-knob fuzzer.
Sometimes that's all you need.
In the email, when he said that he was going to send them over, I asked him, Obsidian, is that a reference to Dragon Glass? And he's like, no, but I do love GOT.
But Obsidian is Dragon
Obsidian
Glass.
is Dragon Glass.
So
Whether he says it is or not, I know it is.
it is.
And then over just past that, we have the Bloodstone.
I love these names.
Yeah, so they're all geological in nature, and the Bloodstone is a 3-knobber, which I believe is volume drive tone,
Yeah.
and it's to
And
my
it
ears
looks
a little.
sick.
Yeah,
I'm all about this. It's clean. It's got it's like murdered out a little bit with some
Yeah.
black
Yeah.
Stone?
And
Something like those.
let's just say it up front. If you're going to call a pedal Bloodstone and it's going to be black and red, you better deliver on the gain.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see what happens.
Let's find out.
I got a 09 Les Paul Tradish. Kogan's got a 90...
92 American Standard Telecaster.
Killer. We're going into that Hughes and Kettner's Statesman dual EL84 style.
Who is Hughes and Kettner's?
Hughes and Kettner.
Hughes and Kettner.
Hughes and Kettner.
It sounds like a Vegas act.
Yeah.
Like a couple magicians up there. Hughes and Kettner.
I saw Hughes and Kettner open up for My Bloody Valentine at the Pink Eye. It was awesome. Okay. Les Paul, clean tone.
That is clean.
As it should. And let's hit the Obsidian at noon, see what it's got in its
One knob.
guts. One knobber. So it's kind of dark.
Kind of dark. Instantly more low end.
Yeah.
In compression.
Yeah, it's got a real...
Some doom.
Some doomish. Yeah. Noon on the telly.
Let's see.
Clean tone. Lovely.
Oh, that's middle position.
Middle.
Weird. Never use that position. Here's the bridge. Oh, God. I'm
Hey,
done.
man, chords are hard.
I'm done. That tamed a lot of the treble on
Yeah.
the Telecaster.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's not a transparent,
I would not call this a
Type of
transparent
thing.
fuzz.
but we've ranted plenty before about how sometimes transparency is wrong,
Yeah,
especially with a fuzz.
like fuzz, I don't want it to sound transparent. I want it to sound like fuzz.
Yeah. Why don't you do a little bit of riffing, and I'll just kind of go from noon on the gain knob.
There's the treble coming out.
Yeah. So that's dimed.
That's timed?
Yeah.
I feel like this would be good on the neck. Dude, I can't play today.
It's giving you the arthritis.
Yeah, I like that actually.
Yeah, that's so. It's interesting to me how the
so the treble is definitely tied to
the gain,
the level.
Yeah, so it's like you instantly get the bass, and it's like as you add drive, it starts to bring the treble up to kind of meet the bass that it's boosting.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try that on the Les Paul.
Yeah, let's
and
see. So do you want to start at noon and then roll it up?
Yeah. That's where the whoa. Do you hear that? Yeah, Shape the Future, the
Shape
oil and
the
natural gas.
Future.
So that's another. So this is the second. No, the third fuzz we've. No, like fourth or fifth. We've done a lot of fuzzes actually. Sometimes you get a fuzz that picks up the radio.
I think that's a good sign.
That's probably a good sign because that means
school.
it's grounded. It's tapped into the universe, right?
Yeah.
This ain't no hi-fi.
Is my question, is this silicone fuzz?
I
would like to know because I think it is. It feels silicone.
I'm gonna email Charles right now, and we're gonna see if we can get the answer before the end of the episode.
That would be amazing. Worst case scenario, we'll just type it up and put it in the show notes.
Yep. And I'm gonna say this: urgent, all capital letters. I'm gonna spell urgent with an I. Urgent. No, I just made a typo.
Urgent, parentheses, foreigner reference. Is
the obsidian silicone or germanium or, and then just a bunch of question marks, like,
or whatever the third. Well, you know, the third type of fuzz is yet to be discovered.
Well, no, it's called umami.
Oh, umami. Dude, that.
So,
That's
okay,
good.
Not sure what to say. I like it, and I dimed.
Yes.
If you buy
Turn it all
an
the way up.
obsidian, turn it all the way up like this. Well, I can't play either. Ooh, I'm starting to get that.
Now we're getting.
It sounds good.
I like that. It's very old school sounding to me. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
I agree for sure.
like it's just got the. I'm gonna try. Let me roll the TBX tone
Oh,
off and see
yeah.
what it sounds like with. Dude, that's like
nice.
it's like classic rock, like 70s.
Yeah.
Fuzz is what it's reminding
Yeah.
me of.
Something that I'm noticing, first of all, sustain, right? A lot of that.
Yeah.
I'm loving this on the neck pickup.
Yeah, I think it balances the treble.
Yeah. See, because like first thought when it was at noon is the rhythm pickup's going to be too muddy, like it's not going to have any
gonna be like
clarity.
Woofing.
But like once you combine the heft of the pedal and then how it pushes your amp, that rhythm pickup just has it's able to kind of consume it really well. You know, I thought that it was going to be more than it could chew. You know, like
Yeah.
bite off more than it could
You
chew,
just
but-
get more cut
yeah,
on the, and it's like too much cut on the bridge when it's dimed.
yeah.
What I think, in my mind, I'm thinking of like, okay, using this in a live scenario, I'm like, how this thing would probably sound amazing at like in front of another overdrive pedal,
Yeah.
or like a
Or a dirty amp.
or a dirty amp,
Yeah.
because you're going to get a little bit more treble with it, and you're going to get more sustain, and like
Yeah.
just push it a little bit further, or like using it in front of a amp in a box sort of
Yeah.
pedal. I think that'd be pretty sick.
Update from Charlie Paolo Custom Effects. It is a Silicon BC 108.
I'm a professional, people. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, because I just said it on this show. That's a silicone fuzz. I heard it with my own ears.
I was just confirming.
Also, we've got probably the best customer service in the game.
Seriously, that was like so
What was the time on that? 10 minutes, maybe?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is a.
That's awesome.
His website is like, hey, how are you doing today? Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Yeah.
How
I
can
could
we
probably
help you?
I
It's
could
just
probably
him.
email him and be like, "Hey man, I'm looking for a good recipe for a flourless chocolate cake. What do you got?" And he'd be like, "Well, I spent some time on YouTube and I found this."
Big shout out. I love that.
Oh yeah, I love that
Like-
kind of customer service.
Yeah,
Man. It's great.
People love what they can.
So
Should we
Now-
change gears, or do you want to stay with the?
right quick, I'm gonna go into the other room and turn that amp onto the drive channel so we can push it with this pedal and see what happens. So
Let's do it.
BRB,
Time out. I'm gonna play as loud as I can while
Yeah.
you're in there.
please do. So one thing is we're like 16 inches off of the amp.
Oh yeah,
Should I put it back or leave it?
I think it sounds good.
Let's leave it. Okay.
Now we're talking. Hey,
Hey, I'm back. That don't sound half bad.
dude, that amp sounds. Les Paul.
Rock and roll, man.
Dude, suspicions confirmed.
Yeah.
That is the sound. Oh my gosh.
That's great. I'm going to run and turn that amp back to clean.
That amp sounds good dirty.
It does
I
sound
like
good,
it.
yeah.
I
Not
like
bad.
that. Dang.
Yeah, and the mic is it's about 4 inches off, but it's
Getting some of that
sounds
room
good. Yeah, I'm gonna go
sound.
put it back on clean. Why don't you give a little intro to this Bloodstone while we're
Okay,
at
so
least to the best of your knowledge?
this pedal has 3 knobs. I'm going to say everything that I know about it. I'm not sure what kind of circuit it is. It's in a black box. Now, just looking at it, I will say it makes me think of a HM2.
Yeah, same.
And so my suspicion is that this is going to be a lot of gain and probably trebly, but we played it earlier, and I'm not sure what the tone stack is like on this. I will say, I've never seen these knobs before. The volume and the drive are like the big, shiny black knobs. That would be on a who uses knobs like this? Walrus uses knobs like this.
That's true. That's not a very common knob.
I've never seen a big one like this, which I like because the small ones, they're so hard to see.
Yeah.
And especially like if you're playing live and there's like lights and crazy stuff happening,
Yeah.
the reflection on these things is insane. But I like the big knobs. Okay. So I'm going to say this thing is going to be in the world of an HM2 sort of sound. And I'm sure you can give us like some better specs on or we could email him. He'll shoot us back in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Let's do a second test.
He'll be like, hey, now about this other pedal. Perder.
What type of pedal did you drive on it?
Also, guess what we're doing? He's like, are you taping an episode with the pedals? Yeah. See, I think it's more fun for people listening if we do all this research live on the air, and they get to discover it with us. You know what I mean?
It also takes us less time out of our week.
Yeah, it's like it's like Carmen Sandiego. It's like they're playing the game with us, discovering all the clues. Because where in the world is the Bloodstone? Noon.
Kind of quiet. Let's get it up to Unity.
Just in case. So let's put the volume at. I gotta learn how to tell time again. 3 o'clock. This is just a little bit I like that.
Is it gated? Because it's not very noisy. It's an IC-based overdrive, a TL071 to be exact. Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good, bro.
It sounds very like the mids are nice and tight.
Yeah.
You know, it feels very even. Nothing's like really sticking out. Not a ton of treble, not a ton of bass.
No, it feels like it's a low gain, high gain, if that makes any sense. Like it's not. It feels like it's really saturated, but it's not very grainy.
Yeah.
So right now we've had to boost the volume pretty considerably.
Yeah, I mean
right?
we're basically like
You know,
I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it dime because I think that's pretty much where it's.
Yeah. What if we try boosting the tone some?
Okay.
You know, to see if that'll get some treble out there.
that's at
Yeah.
a lot.
Let's try that on the telly right quick. If we
Okay,
don't-
so that's volume, dimed, tone is at like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock. We'll call it 2 o'clock. And then the drive is still straight up and down. I feel like the treble's definitely sticking out a little bit more. So I feel like it is so quiet.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
I don't know. It doesn't seem gated because if I like hit a note, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely not gated. But there's
It's just very quiet.
it's so quiet.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. So I feel like now that it's getting a little grainier with the treble up.
Treble up, yeah.
So I wonder if let's just go up a little bit more here. Let's take it like just past 3. Ooh,
I heard it.
I heard it click.
Yeah.
So just past 3 o'clock.
That completely transformed.
That's a different pedal.
That's a different pedal
Yeah,
completely.
let's hear it on the
Completely
Les Paul with
different, yeah.
that, with the treble.
I can hear my house like
Shaking.
shake. It's funny how much like there's a lot of low end, but it's very clear. And I mean, it's a 112
Yeah.
combo. The way it cleans up is really cool. It's different than a lot of other drive pedals because it's not like just a pure.
Yeah, it's like you're getting just like I don't know, it's reminding me of, I don't know, like all those early 2000s, like emo bands tone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where it's when you pull the volume down on the guitar, it really sounded like a slightly driven amp.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then you could instantly go into distortion.
Like-
Like it doesn't sound like distortion when you pull the volume down.
Right, and so
It's
that
like a
this is a very complex pedal because it's like with the tone down, it feels like full dark fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
With the tone really boosted, it becomes like distortion fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you pull your guitar's volume down, it's like overdrive.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's go.
an
I want to
interesting
hear tone off and then tone dimed. Or maybe I'll sweep for. So we've still got volume all the way up, drives at noon. We haven't even touched the drive yet.
thing. Yeah, wow. Good point.
And then I want to sweep the tone because this thing, it feels very, it's like a very wide tone.
Right.
Sweep. What has just occurred to me? I think it's a filter. Because
that's what it is.
If we open the tone up all the way, and so like
There
play
it is.
clean,
Yeah,
that's
that's exactly what it is.
And so it's like, so then when we roll it back, we're just cut.
That sounds really How interesting is that?
I
man?
like that tone. So I love rats, and
No, do you know
I think
it?
filter is a genius way
Yeah.
of doing it. But I don't, I'm not going to say for sure. I mean, we could probably email and ask him. But it sounds like, to me, I'm hearing,
Ooh, wait a minute.
so with the drive, so we ended up there at the end with the drive, or is it called drive? Yeah. Drive dimed, volume dimed. And the tone was sitting, but kind of when you were on the bridge, it was at like 11 o'clock. And then when you're on the neck, I pulled it up to like 1 or 2 o'clock. But now when we go all the way, if we dime everything, there's a little bit of
Squeal in there. Weird. But the pedal's off.
yeah. I wonder if that's
That could be another power thing because we have been having some power problems.
it. Probably is a power thing, but I think this confirms my suspicion that this is a filter because if I turn this all the way up, it's not. The tone is doing nothing.
Oh yeah.
And then when I turn the tone down, that's engaging the circuit, the tone
Right.
circuit. Maybe, I don't know.
Could be.
But yeah, that's definitely a power thing. And then, if we pull the drive down, I guess we could, let's hear it. Drive off, volume up, tone all the way up, just wide open. See what it sounds like. That scared me. Please stop.
For the love of God.
That was
in the name of Hughes, in the name of Kettner.
I
stop.
command you to
command thee.
stop. My God, man. The gain is outrageous. So that was the Obsidian and the Bloodstone.
Yeah. I think that it's safe to say,
Obviously.
like, unlike any other drive I've ever played before, and I'm not just trying to smoke or to blow smoke up his butt.
I'm not just trying to smoke up his butt.
I'm not just trying to smoke blow up his butt.
That's going to be the first Rotator t-shirt. I'm not trying to smoke blow up his
butt. But it's different.
It is.
And that's cool, because we demo so many drive pedals and we watch so many demos.
Because we love them.
Because we love them. We can't help it.
No, I think for me, the thing I love and the thing I hate is the same thing. It is so tweakable.
Right, it's like...
And it's like, I can get so many sounds out of this box, and that tone knob alone is like so... There's so much you can do with it that I'm like, I love this because I don't have to have a million distortion pedals on my board.
With the filter pulled back or up, I'm not sure how to say it.
Yeah, well,
like
just with the tone knob down.
Yeah. You can kind of get like some synthy, buzzsaw-y type of things happening.
Totally. Especially with the drive up.
Yeah, and if you had some like verb and delay and stuff, like it could get really gnarly.
I like it a lot.
Shall we try to just turn everything all the way up right quick?
Let's do it.
And then we'll get the bass out. Cool sound. And I'm going to turn the Obsidian Interesting.
That sounds
so
like
interesting.
Someone punching me in the ears.
Yeah.
Those low notes, because it's just like,
yeah. And see,
so punchy.
Awesome. I don't know if it's supposed to. It's not like a lot of other drives where it's like, oh, this sounds like a fuzz face. This sounds like a tube screamer. This sounds like this is supposed to sound like a Marshall JTM 45 or or a Plexi or. It sounds like what it is, Yeah. It's different.
Yeah, I would say, so the Obsidian definitely sits more in the like old school fuzz sound. And the Bloodstone though feels a lot more like its own kind of thing, where you're getting distortion, but also kind of getting fuzz, and also kind of getting into that like what is that amp called? The Sun.
I was going to say Sun
or
is the closest thing that I can.
What model is that? I can't remember what the model is on that amp. But it's just like thick. I guess is a good. Like it's just a thick, heavy sound.
Yeah, it's like you can get the bite, the bite of Overdrive, with the tone way up.
Yeah, but you get but the low end is like very like fuzzy kind of.
Yeah,
but not loose. Yeah, I like it a lot.
That's what's pretty consistently interested me about this is like with all that low end, but without it being garbledy and
Have there been very many reviews? Because I have not seen too much.
About it. So I honestly, I saw him on the Effects Database Instagram page. Mm-hmm. And I listened to a demo. I was like, dang, that sounds awesome. So I reached out to him. And, it's just this guy who makes pedals. And I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of like literature about him.
Well, he's doing God's work. Because that sounds great. I'm all about that Bloodstone.
Yeah. And the Obsidian too, you know, that's one that I think would serve the purpose of like you stick it at the front.
Oh, I really like that.
All the way up. Mm-hmm. And just it's just for when you want to be bad.
You get sustain and treble.
Yeah. It's great. Well,
let's hear it. A bass guitar. Oh, I was okay. What do you got there?
It's your bass, idiot.
Oh yeah, that's a 2000 and is it 2000 or 2001? I think it's on the front here. Front. I can't tell if that number is. Yeah, it's a 2000. MZ0. And then the next number is a 1, but it is a different font, so no. Anyways, 2000 Mexi P-Bass.
P-Bass. Sounds so P-Bassy.
Tuxedo. That's the Obsidian.
Man.
Now. Okay.
I'm starting to understand. Always I like them better on the bass, almost. Like...
So that's at volume at noon. Let's just take it all the way.
You kind of get some 8-bit.
Very 8-bit.
I don't know the actual song, but. Very cool. So that was with the tone rolled down there at the very end. The first stuff was tone up. The last little bit was the tone down.
So let's hear. So we got the Bloodstone Drive tone at noon, volume all the way up. Or should we start with the volume or the tone all the way up?
Yeah, let's do that since it's kind of its.
And then Drive at noon. That's crazy sounding. So that we ended up with the drive dimed and the tone at like 2:00. Yeah, because I feel like on the bass, particularly, that filter all the way up was just too much. Like maybe if you had, I think I put Pro Steels on that thing, so it's like super bright.
Yeah,
but it was just like
you could hear every little
I was really
harmonic
into
and
kind of
stuff.
like this with the tone down.
So cool. Those stack really well.
They really do. I like it. So, because basically what we're getting, so I turned the tone all the way off on the Bloodstone and it's dimed on the Obsidian. So we're like feeding a ton of treble into it
Right.
still and then cutting it,
Yeah.
which is
So
it's
those
like some
high-
interesting,
yeah.
like, it almost sounds like a mid scoop, like a high mid scoop, because we're still getting like the really like super top end, like, I don't know, like 8K up, like, but we're not getting any of the like hurt my ears, like 3K, like,
Right.
the ice pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm into these pedals.
Yeah, I'm like really the videos I did see on Instagram were all very doomy, and like it absolutely does
It makes
that
sense.
so well. But there really is a lot more than.
But I think the Bloodstone,
expected.
particularly, you could do so much more with it.
No, for sure. And it's so if I were to give any type of feedback on it, I'd say, we spent most of our time with the Bloodstone with the volume all the way up. Mm-hmm. If I could get a little bit more headroom out of it,
That would be nice.
yeah, because then I could play too more with like then
How much you're pushing
the
the
amp
amp.
as well, and that could be cool. But I love the gain structure and how the gain and tone interact.
Yeah,
very,
I
very,
like it a lot.
very pleasant.
And I like the, my final thoughts. Bloodstone on guitar, amazing. On bass, interesting, not terrible. Obsidian sounds awesome on both.
Oh yeah,
I
sure.
would love, like, if I was a bass player, this on bass, the Obsidian on bass, that was amazing. I was way into that.
It's just instant juice.
Yeah.
So much juice.
Yeah.
Horsepower.
Vibe.
For days. Stank. Groove.
Just
mojo.
growl.
Howl. Man, it's like a freaking omelet in a box breaking them eggs.
Yeah, it's like you put an American Craft single on anything, and you've kind of like taken it to the next level.
Next level.
That's kind of what it is.
Man, have we had this conversation on air before about the first time you had the individually sliced singles?
No.
So when I was a kid, we had the gigantic, like we'd buy the gigantic blocks of American cheese that were slightly, like not like perforated, but they're just like slightly off center of each one, so you can peel them. We buy them in like the 80 count block or whatever. I remember I went to my Nana's house and she had the like American singles, and I was like, "What kind of money are y'all making, Nana, that you can afford individually packaged cheese?"
Because it's not only cheese; it's cheese and a little bit of trash.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, dang it, now I gotta throw something away.
All I wanted to do was eat cheese, but now I have to eat cheese and walk over to the trash
do a
can.
chore. Yeah. All right.
Anyways,
Sorry.
Bloodstone, Obsidian, go check them out. They sound great. I think I have no idea what the street price is on these things right now.
Crap, I don't know either.
I guess we could look
I'll
it up,
look it
or
up.
you could go look it up yourselves.
You look it up, you
You look it up.
unhappy jerks.
I don't need to look it up because we've got two sitting right here.
Yeah, we already got them.
Hey-o.
So I don't need to buy them. All right, let's get out of here.
Let's go. I'm Kogan.
I'm Chance.
This is Rotator.